Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Darth Vader's Star Destroyer action playset. Now this thing, you might think straight away, doesn't look like a Star Destroyer, and you'd be right. But if you had a Star Destroyer in this scale, you wouldn't be able to fit it in your house. So as a happy medium, we've got a wedge shaped thingy, and it's got a bit of a playset scene inside. So let's do our usual tour of the box. On the front we can see action figures sold separately, assembly required. Contents: one vehicle playset with meditation chamber, swiveling command pod, remote operated laser cannon and simulated hologram. Uses 2 HP 11 batteries, not included. On this side there you can see the Palitoy logo, so this is the British release. And on the picture you can see a few stormtroopers, Boba Fett, Bosk, IG-88 and Imperial Star Destroyer Commander, as he was renamed, hanging upside down from the ceiling. So top and bottom of the box we see the same images here. We've got relived Darths sending bounty hunters after the Rebel Alliance. Notice how they call him Darth and not Vader. I guess that's because there was only one Darth back then. And also we get this picture. I'm not sure, I don't think that is actually in the movie, but it's definitely in the storybook that came with the audio tape, so I do have fond memories of that picture from being a kid. And this is all we get on the ends of the box. This is actually a full colour print all the way around box, not the black and white types with the colour sticker on the front. But not a lot to see here. There is, interestingly, this little code there, and I'm pretty sure that's an Argos code. For anyone in the UK, I'm sure you know what that is. Catalogue store, and I reckon if you went and checked the Argos catalogue, maybe 1981, and had a look at the page for this, I'm pretty sure that would be the number you'd see. So the final thing to say about the box, really, well, it's more of the box in relation with its contents. If you have this and you assemble it, you will never get it back in the box. You can try and take it apart, but you're only going to break it. So if you get one and it's unassembled, don't be a fool, don't assemble it. Just leave it in the box. Go and get a loose one if you want one to play with. But once you put this together, you really don't want to be taking it apart. It's very brittle and you're just going to snap tabs off left, right and centre. So here we have Darth Vader's Star Destroyer. And as you can see, it's little more than a wedge-shaped playset, I would say. It's got some nice detail going on there. Loads of stickers on this. In these panels down here, there's all sorts going on. So definitely something to look out for if you're going to try and get one. It also has stickers on the top, which I think I've probably often forgotten about. We've got this little orange thing, which is the hologram. On the front, now it comes with this cannon. Cannon's not too difficult to get, but you've got to make sure it's got the piece that it'll attach to underneath. I've had a couple of these before and they didn't have that bit, and it got really annoying because you couldn't fit the cannon to it. There's a little button under there, and also we've got a little carry handle which forms a sort of leg, and the idea is you can hold it. You need to put your arm under it though to give it a bit of support, and that move that left and right. It's a bit hard to do with your finger like. And what that does is that basically gives you a little action feature. The cannon does move up and down. Like I say, if you don't have the attachment inside there, you can forget ever putting the cannon on. So looking inside, we can see we've got some steps at the back there. There's little foot pegs going along. Got some more steps, so you've got 1, 2, 3 levels on this bit. And then up here obviously we've got this main deck. It's got this little bit there that you can put a figure on, and there's a little lever there so you can make him turn. Then we'll come to the hologram. Now I'll show you underneath first. It has a little black clip under there which just pops off. They're often missing, so something to check for. It's not something you would notice is missing unless you were looking for it, so be wary of that. And you need that bit to make this damn thing work properly. It just pegs in there. So what this does, you'd have your figure stood on there, Empress summons him, You've got to push the top, but you've also got to give it a little helping hand at that end. And when you bring that down, it's supposed to go, that's it, goes that way. So that is the hologram, basically. It's not very good, but if you're a completist and you need to have it there. So before we move on to the main event, let's look under there. Now we've got the same kind of thing going on. A platform there, a lower one there, and a higher one. A fair bit of dust in there. But we also have this piece, which is another often missing piece. You can see that's an escape hatch. It just clicks there and you push that bit and it pulls forward. So obviously escape hatches, they're always a pain on these vehicles to find. So definitely something to check for. And you can see there, that was the lever that moved the little bit there. And before we come to that bit, I'll show you the rest of it. So that's the back section. It does have this nice big sticker on there with some, I don't know if they're meant to be docking claws or something. Underneath we've got the 3 legs. You need to make sure it's got those legs or it doesn't stand very well. And the writing is there. Can we read that? Lucasfilm 1980, Cincinnati, Ohio, obviously. So then we've got this bit on the top. This bit will come off somehow. It's on a sort of spring and twist mechanism. It's stuck. But basically that, there we go, that comes off and that's where you put your batteries. C size by the looks of that. Or H211 or whatever it said on the box. We don't use those codes anymore. So the meditation chamber then. Unfortunately I can't get the electronics to work on this. I did try, but it's just too old and had it really. So imagine it lights up. If it lit up, you'd get a glow through there, you'd be able to see the light through here at the top. And when you bring this up, you've got your Vader in there. And you can just about make him out there. You do need to use one without a cape though, because you're only going to trash it if you put one in with a cape. And he sits in there. Unfortunately his legs don't bend to this, so he sort of sits with them forward. There is another piece to this section, and it's this bit. This is the bulb cover, you know, like the infamous ATAT bulb cover. Well, this has one too, and that basically goes under there and you've got to screw it on. You need tiny hands as well to get that in there, because without taking this apart, which you don't want to do because it's going to break, you've got to squeeze your hand in that gap there and manage to fit that up the top somewhere. So you can see though, the light wouldn't actually be a white light, it would be more of a pinky colour. So on the box you may have noticed the Star Destroyer guy upside down on the ceiling. I have no idea why that is, but it's actually an action feature on this. There's a little peg there, and this one on there, so you can get a figure, plug them in, and have them doing a spacewalk up the top, I guess. I don't know what that's all about, but it's there. So you can get an idea of the scale now with some figures on. You can see Vader pretty much fills the gap when he stands on his little podium there. Now the bounty hunter scene, that's what you want this set for. So here it is. You've got 6 bounty hunters, Boba Fett and IG-8. You can sort of stand over here. There's no foot pegs on this side though. And on this side I've had to cram everybody else in. So we've got Bosk, Zuckuss, was Fallen originally, Dengar and Zuckuss Fallen. We'll take your pick, whatever you want to call him. There's foot pegs for him, there's a foot peg at the back there, but there's nothing in the middle. So it does get a little bit crowded. Plus you're wasting all this space at the back, but if you put these guys down there, it doesn't really sort of work. You've got this side as well. I've just stuck a couple of Imperials in there, but you can see you could get tons and tons more troops in that. It would be overkill though, I think, for this demonstration. This is what you want to see, isn't it? The bounty hunters. So there you go. That is the Darth Vader Star Destroyer playset from The Empire Strikes Back. Came out in 1980. A classic piece, but you do need to have a little bit of imagination with it. So this has been Luke, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.